Good evening, Doc Severson here for the ReadySetCrypto OMNIA trade of the day for Wednesday, the 20th of January. Quick report today, the top two are just sort of consolidating as we expected, and this may go on for a little bit longer. And again, it wouldn't surprise me to see BTC actually fall out of this pattern first before pivoting and heading higher. That's very, very normal behavior, especially when we have the larger time frame chart in absolute exhaustion. So it may not have the force and energy to be able to sustain a continued movement to the upside after only 2 weeks of corrected behavior. Now we're actually seeing this same thing happening with Ethereum. So Ethereum has got all the energy in the world at the daily chart trying to break higher from here. Same problem though, weekly chart is saying, no, thank you. I just don't support any additional upside at this time. And so this may lead to a throwover. We'll see whether or not it can sustain itself over 1300 or whether it needs to come back into the pattern. Meanwhile, we're seeing other coins that are sort of taking up the vacuum, like Polkadot is doing a good job. Unlikely to break out from this point with this low energy level, but we'll keep an eye on this. Chainlink is doing kind of the same thing. And as we get down here, there's other coins that are starting to break higher. Again, there's sort of a vacuum between the top two. If the top two aren't working, then money will rotate into other assets that are ready to go. Now, one of the favorite coins here at ReadySetCrypto is Decred, and this one is starting to, it almost looks like a carbon copy of Bitcoin at this point. And on the weekly chart, same thing. Big parabolic move, same issue that we've had here. So this one probably needs a little bit more rest. Now, what we're seeing on the swing trades through some of the other altcoins that are out there, this is where I say be careful, because a lot of people are starting to see this and say, oh, look at this, Engine coin is starting to break higher. But to understand what's going on, you've got to go out to larger time frame charts and say, is this an uptrend? And the answer is still no. So just a little bounce off of the bottom gets everybody's attention. But until this starts to transition into an uptrend with a higher high and higher low at the weekly chart, then all of these little bounces off the bottom are nothing more than the same crap that we've seen over the last 3 years. And with BTC being so strong, anything that you're using to trade versus BTC is going to have this same problem. So if you want to trade altcoins, you've got to find ways to trade them through some stable coin or through fiat if possible. Just a quick look here to finish out things. This is BTC dominance, and obviously it's been really strong for quite a while. This is not a downtrend yet. This is just 3 soft days. So we'll keep an eye on this one. If there is a major trend change, this is 3 weeks in a row, pardon me. But if there is a major change in trend on BTC dominance, we'll see it first on this study, and then we can start to tee up some of the other coins out there. But for right now, quite honestly, it's still a top 2 market. These guys are still leading everything. That's it for today's report. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.